Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are all having a blessed day. Mine's doing pretty good. I'm on day 18 of my COVID adventure, but I'm actually feeling a little bit better now. I wanted to do a couple of videos. The one I just did before this one was on worry, and now I'm going to talk about who are you? Who are you? Because if you know who you are, you don't have anything to worry about. You know, I walked out this morning and looked up, and sure enough, they're spraying the skies like they always do. And my wife goes, "Why do you even go out and film that? You've already got 10,000 video clips of chemtrails. Why do you even film it?" And I said, "Well, you know, I want to show the same one twice. When I tell everybody this is what they're doing today, this is what they're doing." But she says, "Why even worry about that? It's not going to go away. It's just something that's part of our daily life now." And that's true. And you know, we've got this war with Ukraine, we've got COVID, we've got all these other things. But listen, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. You don't have to worry about anything if you know who you are. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about. I am a child of God. I have put my faith and trust in the Lord Jesus Christ, and now I am a child of God. I belong to Him. And because I'm a child of God, no one can touch me unless they go through Him first. I'm a child of light. I'm a child of the day. People, you know, all the time I see things, whether it be in a movie, someone talking about something, a conversation I'm in, and I can just look at that person and say, "You know what, you are such a child of darkness. You don't know what you're missing. You don't know what you're missing." But I'm a child of God, I'm a child of light. And I will not go back to the darkness. Someone can ask me what my name is, and people, I honestly don't know. I don't even know what my name is. And you know what? You don't know either. I know what it's not. My name is not Robert. It's not Pastor Bob. That's what people on earth call me, but that's not my name. That is not my name. There's a million Bobs. There's a million Roberts. Probably a million of whatever your name is. There's a million of you too. Billions. But one of these days, when we get home, when you walk up to those pearly gates and the Lord's there to meet you, He's going to hand you this little white stone. And on the bottom of that white stone is your name. And that is the creature that God created. Your name is your very essence. It is what God created. And it says that this name is known only to you and Him. No one else can quite comprehend it, just like you can't comprehend their name. But you're going to take one look at that name and you're going to go, "That's me. No wonder I do that. No wonder I'm like I am." That's exactly who God created. People, listen. This is who you are. This is who God created. Right now you are a child of light. You're a child of the day. You're a child of God. And that's your name. And one day that name's going to be revealed to you. There are several things that are waiting for you in heaven. Several things that have been set aside for you. It's an inheritance that you can't even imagine. You can't even imagine the things that God has waiting for you. And Paul tells us that when you see all that every bit of suffering you've ever had to deal with on this earth, every trial, every temptation is going to seem like nothing. First of all, you're going to have a new glorified body. clothed in a white, spotless garment, clothed in the righteousness of Christ. People, I'm looking forward to that. I'm 68 years old, and this COVID about killed me, but I'm looking forward to my new glorified body, and I'm looking forward to never being sick again, ever. I'm looking forward to feeling absolutely perfect every day. You're going to get your white stone with your new name written on it, which is the very essence of the being that God created. And you know what? You're going to be content being that being. You know, right now, a lot of times you look at other people with jealousy, this, that, or the other. When you see the name that God created, and you realize your essence of the being that God created, you are going to be absolutely content for the first time in all of your existence. You're going to have riches, riches beyond your wildest imagination. You cannot even comprehend the wealth that you have waiting for you in heaven. And here's one last thing I wanted to bring up. I don't know how many of you know L.A. Marzulli. I've been watching L.A. Marzulli for a number of years. I have a lot of his books and tapes. But L.A. Marzulli had a dream, and it only lasted about 30 seconds. And he had a dream where he was part of the second coming. And it was shaped like this massive horseshoe in space. And he said he was in like the upper left, and every single person in that whole column could see the Lord out front. But he said he looked and he noticed where he was, and he noticed that he had a connection. He had a connection with the horse that he was on. He was on this white horse. And he said he could actually communicate with it through thought. This horse was an individual. It was an entity. It was a being. And he knew there's no way he could fall off this horse. That horse had him. And then he said the vision only lasted about 30 seconds. And he said that years later, one time he was sitting there and he was just communing with God. And the Lord spoke to him and he said, "Hey, do you remember your horse?" And L.A. goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Remember that horse?" He goes, "What do you suppose happened to that horse?" And L.A. goes, "I don't know." And he goes, "Well, he's right here waiting for you." And all of a sudden he realized that that horse that he was on was a gift from God to him. This created being, this horse, is an actual being that is a gift to him from God. And each one of us are going to have that white horse. People, that's just one of those things where Paul says, you can't even imagine the things that God has prepared for us. So guys, listen. Who are you? Who are you? You need to know who you are. You are a child of light. You are a child of the day. You're a child of the King. You have a name written down. That is the essence of the being that God created. And when you learn that name, you are going to have a satisfaction come over you. You are going to be content, and you are going to absolutely love who you are, the being that God created. People, you have a new glorified body waiting for you, a white, spotless garment, wealth that you can't even imagine, and a cool white horse. Guys, listen. Don't worry about anything. Don't focus on things around you, on the material world. Do not focus on the material world. It's going to hell in a handbasket. It's all going to be destroyed. It's all going to be burned up. The only thing that's going to last, the only thing that's moving on into eternity, is your soul that the Lord Jesus Christ died for. You have so much waiting for you. Don't give up and don't lose hope, because we're almost there. Anyway, I just want to give you something to think about. Heaven or hell, you choose. Just remember, once you take your last breath,